Continuing yesterday's tough conversation about the seriousness of the 911 hoax calls, today we're talking to an expert and taking a deeper look at how social media is used by teens and how it shapes and impacts their lives.
News 19's Rachel Ripp spoke with an expert again in this area to learn a little bit more about what we parents should know as well.
Social media is a big part of all of our lives today. But specifically, how does it shape the decisions of teens and impact their lives in times of fear? I sought out the help of a local expert, Dr. Jabari Evans, who has a PhD in media, technology, and society from Northwestern. He explores strategies youth use for self-expression on social media platforms. He first explained how different the media landscape is today, sharing that in prior eras, we thought of media messages more seriously and how they might cultivate bad ideas for our youth.
We now live in a participatory culture, and we have a greater understanding that the conversation that happens up here now has instantaneous feedback from our young people. And our young people are no longer just consumers of media, they are producers of media. And this is happening in real time on social media platforms such as Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and the like.
Dr. Evans says there needs to be a level of discernment from young folks, how they're taking in media, sharing it, and tracking it.
We're at a time in our society where that has to be taken seriously every single time it's put into the universe. And so unfortunately, we have young people who are going through whatever they're going through in their real lives. And there's some dysfunction there. And that dysfunction, that mental health trauma, whatever it is transferring onto these platforms. And I think it's time that we think about tech companies as media companies.
He says there are tools young people can focus on when it comes to social media, like unplugging for a reset, encouraging friends to be media literate, knowing the impact of their posting, and being their best quality self while online. But it's also up to us as adults to help direct and give a roadmap to our youth.
The internet is a big place. So I think one thing that young people can do is go back to their actual village, the people who actually are right there with them, meaning their parents, meaning the adults in their lives, teachers, mentors, coaches. I think we've gotten into the space where we like to keep those lives separate. And I think young people often feel like they can't come to the adults in their lives about the things that they're going through and the things that they're kind of engaging in digital spaces, and vice versa. I think that there needs to be more conversation that happens.
Reporting in Columbia, Rachel Ripp, News 19 WLTX.
Dr. Evans tells us it's a best practice to think about the 3 C's when it comes to social media and our kids.
The child, context, and content. Evans will be a visiting scholar at the Rebooting Social Media Institute at Harvard in the spring.